How you doing, man? You good?
Hey, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Barbara.
Let's educate everybody about what's coming, man. Let's educate them about what's coming.
Well, we have we just released our new NFT with real world assets, and the the thing that's behind that NFT, what makes this, valuable? It's a unique, like digital asset.
Right.
And so with that, the real world asset is not just one thing, but you have a plethora of items that you get with that. But the first starting item that you'll get would be this jar that you see here,
Okay.
filled with
Okay.
20 cigars.
Okay.
Okay. Of our Dubai release, the Ashos.
Oh, so they're going to get the premium
Right,
release from Dubai.
the premium release that
With
we have
the
not
NFT.
released officially here in the United States at all.
Okay, so the NFT is not just an image anymore.
No, the image. You could care less about the image, but the image is just show you that it's unique to us.
Okay.
But the cigar is where the value. You got Ethereum.
Uh-huh.
We got cigars.
Okay, okay. When we say real world value, I know you already explained that you get the ceramic jar, which I heard doubles as a humidor.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a humidor full of premium cigars. What else?
Well, on top of having the premium cigars, you get the access to events. You have the subscription that comes with it that we're building out on our roadmap.
Okay.
As well as invitations for discounts. And depending on the peer that you're in, you can get discounts up to 25%.
25%.
Like unheard of. Consistently.
That's most manufacturers' margin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with that, let me just add.
Okay.
So with that 25%, is that on what? But anything that we release on our NFT site, including, merch, other accessories, that 25% applies across the board. So not only cigars, which is the primary purpose,
Okay.
you have everything else under Ashho's name that you'll be able to purchase with that discount. And outside of that, it will not be available to the public, only to the NFT holder.
When you said events, now you got me excited.
All right, all right.
I like to travel. I like to transcend.
Okay.
Events. What events are coming that fall under this?
Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Uh-huh.
So this year, we attended a lot of events, including we had Big Smoke. We went to Dubai, and now at the ending of this, year, our year's event was the Golf Invitational. That's in Dubai. So any of those things, if you bought a ticket to fly to one of our events, that 25% applies
Okay.
on the entry as
So that wasn't a one-time event. That's an annual event now. So that
Yeah.
golf tournament is now an event that will be sponsored and thrown by
Ashhole Cigar Club.
Ashhole Cigars.
Officially.
Okay. So we've got the Golf Classic, we have the Malt Live, and I'm quite sure you don't want to put too much of the roadmap
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. What else would I like to? Because a lot of people don't understand when we say the NFT real world value, but you said subscription. Hit more of that for me. Subscription to what? What do we?
Well, see, the subscription, this is the first time that you'll see a subscription-based service on the blockchain for cigars. No one has done that
No,
yet.
no,
Not
not
person-
successfully.
Not successfully. And so implementing that in our roadmap will allow them to have a choice of the quantity of cigars based on what they would like to budget for.
You're talking about this dial thing.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a little bit more about this. You've alluded to the dial before in explaining what was in the roadmap. Give me a little bit more what the dial means.
So the DAO is the decentralized autonomous organization. And basically, it's like a democratic version of voting on the blockchain.
Ruling council over the currency and its direction. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. So whatever that there's an idea you want to vote for, we make the proposal. You vote or you make suggestions, and then those one vote per NFT would account for what direction we go in. So it allows them to be a part of that decision making process.
So this isn't an inanimate council somewhere off in the distance telling you what your money's going to
the
do.
hidden dark, no hidden dark.
So you actually get to play a part in the direction in which the finance goes, in building the value of the very NFT that you have. Okay. When a person,
but let me give you an example.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So to that point, so say if there's a decision and we have these choices of cigars, right, or the type of vitola that you're interested in.
You're using big words now, vitola.
The vitola is like the style of cigar, right?
Okay.
So the style of cigars. So say if you wanted a robusto, and we had a Corona and a Panatella. So what style of cigar are you most interested in? So having that Dow vote would account for what we release specifically for our NFT holders.
Okay, so you get to choose your taste and style. Is it only Ashole cigars, or does this expand out into other manufacturers?
Well, right now it's Ashole cigars.
Okay.
However, we are exploring those, opportunities where we can work with other cigar manufacturers to actually supply that to all of the NFT holders. It's a possibility, but that negotiation has to take place with our different partners.
If the relationship allows. If the relationship allows.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Okay.
So it has to be beneficial on both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. A little more insight into the NFT. Last question. You purchase the NFT, you own it, you're part of the subscription.
Right.
Is it advantageous to sell later? Do you want to hold on to it? What's the move then?
Well, see, the benefit of that is that you can sell it. So whoever mints the NFT at first, you will get the actual ceramic jar.
Okay, you get the
However, once you sell it, we're not going to resend the ceramic jar, but you get everything else that encompasses. So it's one thing that you do not get on first mint, but everything else you will be able to take advantage of. So you still have all that value that comes behind that.
Okay, so minting gives you the one-time item for sure. That permanently is yours. But the other aspects that builds the value, you could sell.
Yeah,
Don't advise to immediately sell. I would want to take on those benefits, but you could. And that almost ensures the value rises, doesn't it?
Yeah. As each NFT sale, the demand goes up. And once, it's sold out, that's it. There's nothing else. And we're not going to reduplicate the same, NFT. That value will be held by you. And so whatever event or product or real world asset that we release, it's yours with those discounts or benefits. So
first rendition, only rendition of this NFT, correct? How many?
That 1,000 NFTs. See, a lot of NFT projects, they'll come out with 32,000 or 5,000, and usually that's a money grab for some. There's some that are authentic, but a lot of, based on what happened in the history of NFTs, because people think NFTs are dead, right?
Most people believe that they're
the
dead.
Technology exists for a reason. And so with that being said, and reason why the NFTs were thought to be dead is because there were a lot of people who were misusing the funds or stealing the money. But we've been here for 10 years. Where are we going?
And we'll be here for 10, 20, 30 more, so we're not going anywhere.
So the value for us is not so much, okay, we're going to make this much of NFTs. It's about us giving you value consistently, constantly, and having an exclusive 1,000 people take advantage of something that no one else will have.
Okay, I do have one last question.
Okay.
So this NFT is not the last blockchain project. Or is it?
By far, no.
Okay, so this is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
So if you do not get in on the 1,000, you're lost. You're just lost to this project. There will be more to come. I wouldn't sit on my laurels and wait. But you have heard there's 1,000 within this, so it is not designed to just get money. It's designed to develop value.
Yep.
Am I saying that right?
That is exactly to the point.
Okay.
Yep.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
Real world value, blockchain entity. All right,
Yeah.
I get it.
So if you got Ethereum, we got cigars, and let's add on top of that value. All right. So what's going on in Dubai in the Middle East for Asheville Cigar Club?
Well, actually, I'm glad that you brought that out because it has been a tricky point for people to understand. We are American partners, but we have a partnership with our membership in Dubai to produce, manufacture, and distribute the cigars. So technically, they are a Dubai entity as far as the business. Asheville Cigar Club, the club socially is still its global entity, based mostly out of the U.S. There is what 36 chapters worldwide.
Right.
That's that. But when we start talking about the business of it and the cigars per se, that is a Dubai entity. We are in the process of getting everything done for the licensing and whatnot because we always operate above board.
Right.
And when that's done, we will have the rights and abilities to distribute throughout Africa, Asia,
Wow.
and pretty much the entire globe at that point.
That's interesting. So you're saying that not only are we, we have these projects going on, but we're expanding, our reach in the Middle East and creating that, alliance with, the partnerships with releasing cigars. And is there anything else?
Well, and it's not just the Middle East. When you first came on as our CTO, and you wanted to give us that digital footprint that put us throughout the globe, the club followed, and so did the business. We're throughout the globe. We don't want to be like most of the manufacturers, and no shade toward them, nothing negative. It's just we can't do what everybody has done and then expect to be successful. We have to pick up where everyone is not landing and then do that. We're not going to be landlocked. We're not a United States cigar manufacturer. We're not a Middle East manufacturer. We're not a Chinese manufacturer. We are putting partnerships here, there, and fro with forms that will uphold the quality we want, have the distribution and outreach. So we're a Middle East manufacturer. We want to be an Indonesian manufacturer and Honduras manufacturer. We want to have a Connecticut come out of Connecticut. We want to use Pennsylvania tobacco. If the brands that are worthwhile and come up from the Mexico province, we want to do that. If there's tobacco worth blending, wrapping, and making in Canada, we will have a Canadian cigar.
But why is it so important to build that relationship in the Middle East, and with the future of the Asheville Cigar Club?
You pointed out that technology is important, right?
Right.
Being on the cutting edge of that takes you further. The leaps and bounds in which Dubai is moving, it has to pull to you. Their advances in technology, their advances in commerce, their advances in the blockchain. If you don't get within that ecosystem now as it grows, you're going to get left behind. So that is why being in Dubai is so important.
Well, this is a question that's going to be hard hitting.
Okay.
And the rest of the Ashholes, a part of the Ashhole Cigar Club, what's in it for them? Like, where did they fit into all of this?
Well, we've always had a family environment. We've always had a family background, and we've always leaned on that we weren't a club, that we were a family.
Right.
Think of how that homogeneous works. If mom makes it trickles down to the children and the grandkids and whatnot. Any advancement that Ashhole Cigar Club makes is a benefit to anyone that is a member to Ashhole Cigar Club. Meaning, we develop a new cigar, that's a cigar that they get access to first. That's a cigar they can get access to at the best price. That is a cigar they can get access to even when the supply runs low. Family comes first, right?
And I'm glad you said that, because I purposely phrased the question to saying they.
Method to your madness.
I said they on purpose because this is raw, and I want everyone to know that we're a family. So when we do something, that's a leap for everyone.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. We think farm and beyond us. And the funny thing about it that a lot of people don't understand is we see ourselves as servants. A lot of people look at us as the founders and the leaders of the club as if we have some hierarchy or some royal status. That's couldn't be farther from the truth. We are literally the civil servants to the club itself. I think we work more than anybody else attached to the club, and the benefits go to everyone else before us.
Yeah, and then with that in mind, so us releasing our cigar, are there any plans to come out with other lines? I mean, I spoke about it with the NFT, but
Sky's the limit.
yeah.
Are there other lines? Absolutely. When we released the one from Dubai at the Big Smoke, and the reason we did that is so people could get a chance here to get it without the tariffs, taxation on it, without the shipping cost on it, and technically we released it there because we could give it away. You can't argue about a price when it's free.
Yeah.
Now, of course, once the ink dries and the contracts are set, it's going to be a pricey stick. But we wanted to make sure the family that established us first got to reap the benefits first. But when that was released, there was 35 cigars planned then, and that number's grown. All we're just waiting on is the ability to mass produce and ensure that that quality is across the board.
That's wonderful. And so, you know, I'm looking forward to the future. It's so exciting just going through this with firsthand knowledge. You know, coming from the tech world and always having smoking cigars, you know, I am not a expert in cigars. That's, you know, I'm the first to admit. You know,
everybody's learning.
Everyone,
Everybody's
he's an expert, and you know, and then a lot of people they talk on these podcasts and they or you know video clips on social media. You know, I think it's important that everyone sees the level of understanding. Like, you know, your knowledge in cigars is, you know, like out of this world of U&D, right?
And yet we're still learning.
Yeah, and there's always room.
Always room.
Right? So I'm always interested, you know, in learning the details because it amazes me, and that's the beauty behind cigars, right? So I think in your last interview with Arturo Fuente, that the podcast, there was a statement that you guys made about being agnostic, you know, and having respect for cigars because it passed through so many hands.
A lot of people will, like you said, podcasts, blogs, good cigar, bad cigar. I really hate that terminology because the more you get involved in the cigar world and you realize that the most basic cigar, that tobacco aged 3 years, somebody rolled it, aged it additionally, somebody transported. The cigar that you love was touched by at least 100 people before it got to you. To turn around and just take that and go, oh, that was bad. The callous and carelessness that goes with that blows my mind. So we go away from that. The way we look at it, and this was something that was taught to me by D. It's an art. And someone can look at a piece of art and go, that's a masterpiece. Some people can look at a piece of art and go, my child with finger paint could produce that. They're both right. If you love it, then that piece of art was meant for you. Great. Enjoy it. Move on. If you don't, treat it like the radio. Change the channel. Go find the piece of art that's for you. Don't spend the time shooting down what you don't like. You're wasting that. Just move on and find what you do. So, one man's trash is another man's treasure is absolutely true in cigars.
I love that. So I'm looking forward for the future. The future is now, like I always say.
Hey, look, we have been looking for and trying to find the missing links that moved us forward. And I think that we have the team now that will grow, that is ready to move forward with the head of steam. And be it the NFT, be it tobacco, be it the merch, and there are so many other things that are being planned. It is absolutely paramount to be part of Asho Cigar Club.
That's right.
Like you said, future's now. I like that.